You may know this very well. I've been busy all day. I was busy all day. I still am, but before, barely anything moved forward. Nothing really changed. It felt like progress, and a lot of things you may do today, they might feel like progress. This is what I thought that my day looked like. Super busy, it was nice, and this is relatively an accurate schedule for me today. However, what I do is slightly different. I thought this was great. I have breaks in. Here's certain work I would do compared to other work. But really, this is what was happening. Big difference here. So I was moving things around. I was swapping times to do work to different slots. I was not prioritizing at all in terms of what actually changed things, just based on, oh, well, maybe if I do something at the start of the day, then I can completely change what I do at the end of the day. It is perfectly okay for you to do work at the start of the day and still be doing the same work at the end of the day if that's moving you forward. A lot of people will just create a schedule for the sake of having a schedule. So that way they get their little perfect day 5 days a week, let's just say. 6 or 7 days a week, whatever you're working with. But really, this is not a schedule that is fit for moving things forward, really. There's random tasks, there's bouncing around, a whole lot of that, really, and there's reacting. A lot of reacting, a lot of bouncing around, a lot of your attention being at one spot and being taken away 15 minutes later. I'm not at a level of a billion-dollar CEO who's going to 15-minute chunk everything he's doing. On a busy day, you have to when you have obligations that just so happen to line up on the same day. But other times, you just need deep work, you need focus, you need to stop pretending that you're busy and that you're doing all these things, when really you look back at the end of your week and nothing has changed. So, this is the stuff that I would avoid. Making certain phone calls, following up with certain people, uncomfortable work. This is somewhat recently. I've been dealing with this stuff for a long time, and any small bit of success I have had in a micro area, I should say, has been with making sure these things do happen, calling, following up, and doing that hard work. But this has also filtered through, and it's woven its way throughout my timeline. So it's stuff that you have to just keep pushing through. So I had felt productive, but what I'm trying right now, sales first, always. First thing I think about when I wake up, is there anybody that's waiting on a response from me? Did we get a new lead? Is there a touch point which we need to make on a lead that requires follow-up, or else it's about to die off any second now? Sales first, always. So what's the final takeaway for this short video? One real conversation over 8 hours of fake work. Let me repeat this again. If you have one real conversation, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's whatever day during the week. You have one real conversation which shifts the way you think, shifts where you're at with this lead, shifts how much money you're making on this day compared to that day. One real conversation with one human being is way better, I should say, than 8 hours of just being busy and, tweaking the website, changing the ads a little bit, making a different style post and just waiting, and then doing other busy work. Oh, guess it's lunchtime. Right? When you're an entrepreneur, you're not having a day job anymore. Make things happen. That's what changes things. If you've ever had a week where you thought, oh my God, so much has changed, and then 3 weeks later, nothing has, I bet you 1 or 2 days of that week was a real conversation or a real after effect that happened. And then the next 3 weeks, you didn't do things that would result in that type of outcome. You really just did busy work. And that's where the difference lies. And people will mistake it for burnout, mistake it for using the wrong system, whatever the case is. Make things happen for real. My name is Mark Perry. I'm the co-founder and CEO of M&C Creative Co. We help take the social media off the plates of local business owners here in Calgary, so that way they can get back to doing stuff they would much rather do. If you want to reach out, here's my information. I make these videos so that way I can help others who may be dealing with some of the things that I talk about in the content and they relate a little bit. So if you have any questions or comments, drop a comment below this video. I will answer every single one of them. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.